All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Talk Show Tuesday. Once again, we haven't been thrown off the show yet, and so they're going to keep coming at you. Today, it's me and Noah once again. We don't even have to introduce ourselves anymore.
You know us at this point?
And our guest today is...
Cathy Shonk.
Cathy Shonk. Go ahead and just tell what you do around here and anything noteworthy about yourself, you know?
I started working at UACCB about 6.5 years ago. I started as an A&P instructor for the labs for AMP1 and AMP2. I became the lab manager shortly thereafter. Then I moved over and I started tutoring the nursing students for the RN and the PN programs. And after that, I started teaching math classes. So I was teaching pre-algebra, and then I taught beginning algebra. And then I went over back to the nursing, and I started teaching the programs for the high school students when they were entering into the CNA program. So that was a lot of fun also. So I've done a lot of things, and now I've totally come, I've like 360 to 180, and I'm teaching different things. And then I also became a student last semester, so now I am taking Calculus 1. Oh boy.
Fun class.
Oh boy.
What would you say your main hobbies are? If you had some free time, what would you do? What would you do with it?
I love to play tennis. I like to walk. I like to ride my bike a lot. I garden excessively. I study. That's what I'm doing now for my free time. And I read a lot.
Okay, so where did you go to college at? And what's your educational background, all that jazz?
We lived in Florida. I lived in Florida for 40 years, and while I was there, I attended Northwest Florida State College. And I earned an associate's degree there, and then I earned my bachelor's degree in middle school science and for teaching, and then I earned a master's degree at Troy University for post-secondary education.
Nice. So, what made you move from the tropical paradise of Florida to what's... we're a tropical paradise today, I guess.
It is kind of tropical out there. My husband accepted a job here at UACCB, and I decided to go with him.
Do you have anything you want to talk about? Any programs or classes or any just stuff before we move on to the
wacky stuff?
The wacky
The
wild.
wacky stuff. I am
wacky
teaching a Gardening for Life series that is part of the community education program. And I'm focusing this Thursday, I'm teaching a class on gardening with bees, where I'm going to be talking about gardening not with honeybees, because everybody has heard talks about honeybees, but about the native bees of Arkansas. And I have learned so much about bees. Bees are just so precious. They're almost as neat as chickens. But when bees go to sleep, I didn't realize this, but we have a ton of bumblebees, and the bumblebees, when they go to sleep, they will either go into a bloom. When the bloom is open, they'll go inside, and as the bloom closes, it becomes their bedroom. Or else they just dangle underneath and sleep underneath the bloom. So when you go by a plant at night in the spring, just take a look at it, and you might see that the bumblebees are on, and they look like ornaments on a Christmas tree.
Huh.
It's really cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So those are the things I'll be talking about in the bee class, and I've learned a lot about just gardening overall by studying all of this stuff over the summer, and I'm going to present it in a series of classes that it's like every couple of weeks starting now all the way through November. So check your calendars, look at UACCB's website, and you'll see them there. I'm also teaching CPR classes, and so if you want to be CPR certified, you can look online and sign up for those. And I'm also teaching safe sitter classes, so if you have a youngster, or if you are a youngster and you wish to babysit, or have a part-time job and you want to make sure that you are safe and that you know how to present yourself to in a business environment, I have those classes also. So
It's a lot of useful stuff.
yeah.
From bees to babysitting and
All
saving
points in
someone's
between.
life. Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
It's a wide range of things.
It is. I try to answer seriously.
First off, if animals were to take over the world, they're really sick of us, feeding them and giving them shelter and all that.
Giving them shelter.
Yeah.
I've had
Taking
enough
them
of
in,
this.
Letting them sleep in our beds and
Feeding them.
them, playing with them.
Giving them the same food every day. They're so tired of it at that point.
I'd probably be ready for a revolution at that point too.
Oh, yeah.
So, but let's say it's all gone downhill. They've asserted their dominance over us and have restructured the United States government and are holding an election for the first animal president. What breed of animal do you think has the best shot at becoming the first ever president of the United States of animals, I guess?
I wonder if anybody will ever answer with the same animal.
I don't know.
If we keep
That's
this as a regular one.
interesting. Okay, so let's see. Of course, obviously you have the elephants and the donkeys, but I'm not even going to go there. Cats are very dominating. They would make good presidents. Dogs are yes men. Rabbits are too docile. Cows also are just too dormant. We're gonna have to go with the animals that we have actually domesticated inside the house, I think.
Yeah.
So, cats.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be generic, but I could see a gorilla.
That's what I thought as well. Like, yeah, I feel like a gorilla.
They
could
would
really...
tear things up.
But at the
They are
same
peaceful,
time-
but they are very intelligent. If they have to be violent, they can be, and I think it would be the perfect.
Oh, their peak intelligence is demonstrated when they throw turds at people for fun. That's just really
Hey, that's
Tell them
democracy,
mood.
man.
Yeah.
That is democracy.
throwing
Yeah.
turds at people for
For
fun.
a gorilla, that is democracy.
I mean, that's fair. They're gonna have to amend the Constitution to include that one. I think it's kind of covered in public indecency right now.
Okay, so let's say you're running for president, right?
I am.
You are?
I am.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I was doing the voter registration thing, and I mean, I could have swore I saw your name on there as
Yeah.
a list of people, but I was like, I don't know, maybe. Okay, so you're running for president, actually, and your opponent is going to use something against you in order to like just really just kill everything that you have going for you, right? And they're going to use something that happened in your past.
Mhm.
Okay? What's something they would use against you?
I married my boyfriend's best friend.
That's
Oh, wow.
that's pretty bad.
That is, oh,
Pretty bad.
Oh,
But
gosh.
it came so fast, didn't it?
It's
I
been
knew
so-
the answer to that.
It's been so long now that you
You had that
Yeah.
ready,
stigma's
too.
gone.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I think you knew exactly where that was going. You're
At
like,
least
you
you
knew what
got
you were going to say.
married.
You were so ready
You know
for
what?
it.
At least you
These
got
other
married.
questions are like, oh my gosh, I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
This one, right there.
Any others? No? I don't want you exposing yourself too much, but
Yeah,
just in case, well, I mean, okay, not just in case, you are running for president.
oh, yeah, that's right.
You just snitched on yourself.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
this is
We're not
a
gonna
great
talk about
question that's about to get me on a rant because I'm not even gonna, I'll ask you this one after, but the question is, what's a common myth in your field that you would like to debunk? And I just have to go, so there's this guy, I can't remember who it is, but
Is this your question?
is there any great myths about your profession or field, or you could about bees or anything that you want to
Really?
say? Really, just anything.
Let's see. Milk is too expensive when you milk your own cow. Nobody understands what it's like to milk a cow. Did you guys go to the dairy thing this weekend?
No.
Oh, okay. Neither did I. I didn't. I'm studying physics, so I was physicking. So, when you milk a cow, first you have to have the dairy equipment, and then you have to have the time, and then you have to have the resources, and you have to have all of the different things to make sure that everything is clean in the dairy equipment. So it takes about an hour of prep, and then you milk the cows, and the cows are ornery, and you have to bring food with you, or else the cows will refuse to be milked. And if you don't feed them, then they will pee and poop while you're milking them, which is really nasty. And but they're very well behaved if you feed them. It's like we have this thing going where you feed me and everything stays inside. So we have yes. Whenever the cows stop eating and they look up, I'm like, oh dear God.
Wait, what do I have in my
We're thinking
pockets?
peanut-
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So and you have that, and then you have the milk, and then you have to make sure that the milk is in the refrigerator at the right time, and then you have to clean the equipment once you're finished again. So it's about a 2.5 hour process, and people are going, why are you charging me $7 for a gallon of milk? And I'm like, well, it was half my day.
Yeah. Well, I'm something of a milk expert myself, you know. I combined, hear me out here. So you know that whole milk thing? I combined 50 gallons of 2% milk to make some 100% milk, and it's pretty good.
What?
Hmm?
What?
50
Come again?
It's big brain time.
I see, 2%, 50, ha 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 ha.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching this episode of Talk Show Tuesday.
What episode
Bye.
is this?
I don't know. Depends on which order I decide to edit them.
Episode, we don't know. Thank you all.
Have a great day.